Hello and good morning. Bob Forche here, Supply Chain Pro to Know. And today I thought I would talk about sales and operations planning in terms of process and communication. I think it's always a little interesting how businesses approach this kind of a process. Some are a little bit more formal and structured, some are maybe a little less formal. And the key here is to really think about what you want to accomplish in an S&OP exercise and how much due diligence is necessary. Start with the end in mind, thinking about you want a better outcome, better decisions. You want everybody on the same page. You don't want to have different departments or silos operating on different agendas and priorities. That is probably the most single important element that people misinterpret or misunderstand. To have everybody on one single plan of record is absolutely magical, and it takes coordination and focus to do that. The key here is to be proactive and intentional with very specific structure and a schedule. Sometimes leaders don't want to be pinned down to a particular meeting schedule, and that becomes a little bit of an obstacle. It becomes very important that everybody in the senior leadership team is participating in this process every month, and that they are accountable to come and be prepared. And if they have some other important meeting, like a sales visitor or a client call, that they make arrangements to have someone who's going to be in that meeting in their place who has the authority to make decisions and commitments. That's really critical because it's in this final S&OP conversation where we come up with a consensus plan. Everybody's on the same page. We have addressed the different gaps, and we have a coverage with specific steps. We have looked at particular risks that we may or may not be fully prepared to deal with, so we have to identify and prioritize. Gaps are known, risks are not always known, so we need to have a contingency plan, and that starts in the S&OP where we are balancing the trade-offs. That becomes all about communication and decision making. At the end of the day, we want to have a specific strategy for every month, covering the next 6 to 12 months, maybe a little bit longer on certain topics. And the outcome is a consensus plan that everyone understands, and it's very well understood. And we all have a single plan of record at the end of this exercise. The way to see if we're having success is to be very transparent and accountable, and then measure performance on a daily basis. There's often the situations that come up where we may need to make changes in plans because of some significant event. I once had a situation where one of our key suppliers had an earthquake and shut down their supply stream for several months, and we were able to successfully overcome that because we had a very robust S&OP process. We knew exactly where we were on our roadmap at the time, and we were able to make some very specific adjustments and work through a plan B that turned out to be very positive outcome. So hopefully that gives you some ideas around what a effective sales and operations planning process should look like in terms of structure and focusing on communication. And with that, we'll see you again next time. Take care, have a great day, and see you again.